Cristiano. Haven't seen him in a while. Ad Shift Kyle. That's right, Ad Shift. Bravo. APXX. 4X Mine. 4X. Perfume. Luxor, sorry. Sync. Breakbeat Junkie. Revis. No, I'm no longer on hack forums, but when I was, a lot of the members that I taught how to make money are still on there. There was one guy, I think, on hack forums. I have a policy. It's a RESPECT policy. And it's if you disrespect me when we're beginning the class or whatever, like one person did, I will not give you the class or whatever. That's totally my stipulations or whatever. But most people get my class, but try to be respectful. That's all it is. Just be respectful. Say please, thank you, and all that when we're doing the class and all that, and everything will be fine. I didn't really like what the one guy had said to me or whatever. It was something that was like considered like harassment or whatever. That's why I terminated his specific class. Everybody else is doing fine. But there wasn't one guy I had to terminate his specific class with no refunds. It's like once you buy it, it's a no refund policy or whatever. Because I even get scammed. They try to scam me. Say I did this, say I did that when I didn't. So it's a no refund policy from the get go. Sometimes it takes a bit to finally get your, sometimes it takes a little while to finally get your live class, but you will get it. Yandler, I remember him. It was nice for a basic class. Going to go for a second hour, advanced soon. Okay, this guy bought the cheaper basic class or whatever, and he liked it enough where he wanted to buy another advanced one. Christian KRP Kerp or whatever. He did a class. He got useful tips, and he said that's for sure, and he wants to take another class. Another person said it was nice information they learned, good tips and tricks, and it was the best way to maximize their earnings online. This person talked about geo-targeting French languages or whatever, and that they jumped into the 1 hour class on the 8th of November like we scheduled, and it was a smooth transaction. They paid for it through premium credits. That was on another website that's no longer existing. Now I only accept PayPal, Bitcoin, the whole nine like that, Ethereum. What else? Actually, I'm a teacher. It's no investment. I'm a teacher. I have to give real live lessons. And you guys can listen in. Congrats for your legendary earnings, mate. Oh, yeah, I was a legendary earner. That means you had to make $3,000 a month consistently for years and years or whatever. Oh, my old friend Faisal Asif. He was from Serbia, I think, or somewhere around there. Got my class. It was awesome. I will recommend this guy if you want to make $1,000 per day. My best day is confirmed when it comes to the taxes. $1,892 was my best day. The 1 hour class with Mr. Millie, aka StacksAMilli, was really awesome. I really like how he works and had a great time in his class. He showed me one of the best places to find great non-saturated niches and how to easily create videos to promote these niches on YouTube without getting any knowledge about them. So it's easy, he's saying, to find niches to be able to start working with them. We talked about how to automate massive traffic on YouTube or using YouTube. And I can assure you that this method works really good without getting your YouTube account banned. Totally legitimate stuff that's fully compliant with their terms of services, with many of the big websites, social media's terms of services. As long as it's how I see it is, as long as it's not under my name, you know how they feel about me. It's something about that StacksAMilli name they get jealous of. But if you're an American citizen, Go ham with it. They love you to death. We talked about how to automate massive traffic or whatever. An amazing ready-made website template related to the niches with a YT video. Embed on the design. Oh yeah, yeah. I also in the class I give you a bunch of websites and whatnot to start out with. You just need to copy paste the file ice link or whatever, but no, it's no longer file ice. This is the method. Since then, the methods have changed. He's talking about some of the older methods. Private methods have now changed. Learn to earn constantly updates, like I had said previously, that it will continuously update. A great method to set up your YouTube campaign from A to Z, or maybe should I say from A to E, earnings. Seriously, I'm really happy for my first hour class with Stacks. And soon I will purchase 2 hours because I really need to know more about how awesome this legendary earner knowledge is. Okay? If you do think that this price is too high, you are wrong. You will make your money back in no time using his methods. Vouch for StacksAMilli. Email. Email's a good friend. Sweden, North Scandinavia. Scandinavian. Vouch for Stacks. These lessons are very useful. Buradorei. I just took a class with Stacks. I learned a few new things from him. He'll go through all the steps necessary to start making money. The resources and tools he provides, as well as what I was looking for, you are going to need some basic computer knowledge like HTML, but I can teach you the basic HTML as we go along, which will not be covered, but I do cover it. I do cover it. Maybe I think this person told me I already know HTML, so I didn't have to cover it with them. But you can find that stuff by looking for it. It's not Kamala. Kamala's great. It's not Joe Biden either. It was mostly like my own family, like Justin Trudeau and stuff. If you're a noob, take his class. It'll save you the time looking for methods that might or might not work. If you are stuck on where and how to get hits to your website or blog, which is where he was or she was, I'd still recommend taking his class. You know, if you have trouble getting that traffic, no matter how you're making money off of it. This specific class, I'm teaching you how to make money off it with cost per action marketing. At the end of the class, but you can use the methods and the knowledge and everything for anything that you want to do. Like one of my most successful people, NBA Youngboy. He chose not to use that information that I taught him for CPA. He wanted to be a musician, and he came up with his own methods. When I met NBA Youngboy, his username was BPAX, BEPAX. And he was like, he made a little bit of money. Actually, he made some good money off, and he probably still is. He made some good money off CPA, and then he moved right to the music. That's when Birdman picked him up or whatever. Didn't pick him up, but went and seen him and all. But yeah, he was one of my students back in 2015. No. When was he a student? Was it back in 2015? Might have been 2015. We got more vouchers. Vouch for the class. It's professional, colossal, and pretty good too. You get everything on a silver platter, and then you also get fed. If you don't know what to do, Stacks will teach you. Good motivational speaker. Great tips and tricks. Odin HF. Vouch for Stacks. I just took his class. He was born to teach PPD. I'm so excited. I don't have much to say. It was the best investment I ever made in my life. OX Noel. Just finished a class. Great class. Well worth the money. Learned lots of professional methods. I recommend. and I will buy another. Ace the little kid. Vouch for his classes. I love his classes. Nice and understanding class. Thank you on this. Thanks, man. Awesome tips. Really helped a lot. Lucas76, still my good friend. Another European. Great class. Learned a ton about making money. A lot of people are still my friend, but a lot of people have moved on with their own life. You know, it's business. They want to learn. But I still have these vouchers or whatever that I asked them to do or whatever. I basically said, hey, I taught you how to earn. You're doing all right. Do you mind writing me mind write me like what you think about it? And this person said, this class is amazing and so interesting. People who really want to earn a lot of money must just follow this class. Thank you, Stacks. This guy is really awesome. He has guides and tutorials. Really appreciate it. If someone doesn't know, you can buy advice from Stacks. Something or the other about that. It said, oh man, vouch for this guy. Great class. Lots of tips. A lot of people, you know, they got a lot of tips and everything. He gave out more info. Oh, I gave out more information than I was even supposed to for the price. Mighty Zexo. If you want to start making money, earning or whatever ASAP as soon as possible, then don't wait. Just hit him up and buy a class. Doozer. See, I was very patient. Okay, and Doozer called himself a noob or whatever, a newbie. And all that. Let me see. Almighty finally had his class. Waited since December 1st. But it was well worth the wait. Class is amazing and full of details. So if you listen carefully, you can't fail. Definitely, I recommend him. If you're new or got stuck with PPD, thanks. Okay, Doozer again. I said something about I was awesome and everything about him being a noob, and then he said mindset coaching made me realize if I want to start making it, I need to work. Just throwing up some half-made video linking to MediaFire because MediaFire used to be a thing back then, and chucking Vegex credits at it until money comes out of my screen is not the way to work. You could do that, but it's not going to be the best thing. Awesome class, and hopefully I will be posting some daily stats for you guys to drool over soon. Unfortunately, this forum is no longer around. This was on Philice, and actually, the owner of Philice got big into drugs, and he shut his website down. He couldn't afford to have it anymore. But there's new websites up. The website that I'm going on now is the one I'm going to start up with is this one, Adlitum. So I haven't made any money on it yet or whatever, but I'm about to start working on it whenever I get some energy. But I'm still offering the classes if you want to get to work and teach you what to do. Such a good class. I will recommend this one proudly. It's really worth it. In class, and it is amazing. You guys are missing out big time. Who hasn't signed up yet? You need to start throwing money at your screen and hope he takes it. Hey, Stacks, thanks for the class. Learned a lot from you. We'll be back for that advanced class. That's right, because I sold in a basic class. I'm selling a basic class, and then I sell an advanced class that's more expensive. You have the basic class, which was like maybe $80 or $100, and then you have the advanced one that was $250 United States dollars. And I might even increase it. And I said that before, that I might increase it to $500 or whatever. But for now, I'll keep it at $250 like I used to. Thanks for the lesson. Vouch for the elite stats. He's a beast. Wow, there's so many gosh darn vouches. Pappy Gabrielle, I remember that name. Big time. He's the best man. Thanks. Really great class, Moneymaker says. I learned a lot. He's legit. He knows what he's talking about. He's not that hard to understand. I mean, the guy makes a lot of money. So my advice is take his class if you want to start earning. I am incredibly impressed with your lesson so far, An Alcoholic said of Denmark. You seem to have a true caring for your customers. And what makes such a difference in building loyalty in a better, happier world seems to be elegantly designed and very reasonably priced with lots of attention to the little details. That's my friend Olbert. He also taught me a lot too. So I have something good to say about Olbert. He taught me Photoshop. I would never know Photoshop if it wasn't for my friend Olbert from Denmark. Finally got his lesson after waiting for some days, and it is really worth the money. Big vouch for Stacks. Awesome, nice guy. Big bad boy 104. You got Bogey, await again. Await another vouch from await. Got a lesson. Seems like some solid stuff. I'm about to start trying it. That's before he started making that big $300 a day and all that. I'm not going to say what niche he's running, but I know what niche it is. I enjoyed an hour of class because I was the one that told await the niche, okay? I enjoyed an hour of his class. He shared hot niches as he said he would. Now I'm giving you a PPD life, or sorry, now I'm giving my life a new start. Thanks to Stacks. This is very interesting class, guys. Take it. Brandon 54. And the list goes on. CDoc 94. And don't think I'm older than anyone. I was born in 94 as well, or sorry, 93. I'm the same age as a lot of my students. Got a class today. Dude's legit. Gives out information that I'm going to apply as of right now. I recommend Stacks. But as I get older, some of my students are going to be younger now. 18, 19, 20, 23, whatever, you know. Oh, dude, this was so helpful. Worth every single cent. Share hair. My friend, Share hair. He was great. He's from Europe. This guy is so awesome. Took a lesson from him. He's really nice to Indians. I happen to be a percentage East Indian. Okay. I'm not 100%. I'm not even 50%. I might have like 5 or 10%. Anyways. But I'm over the butter chicken. Okay, I'm over the butter chicken now. I've had lots of it. Too much. Too much. And I always used to talk about Indian food, but I've had a lot of it. Now I'm like losing weight, really. But look at this Indian food. This is how I like it if I'm going to have it, you know. There's a lot of people that I want to try the traditional that I've never had it, that they would have to go with me to have it. I know what the stuff is on the menu. I know, et cetera, et cetera. That's who I am in my family. Look at this. I've had something like this in Windsor. It was very good. It's different than butter chicken. It's much more healthier, and it had pomegranates in it. It was very good. But she's learning. Look at this one. That's a pakora. Something pakora, that is. That is a paneer. Let me see. You got all types of things. This is a platter, some sort of platter. Chutney platter, I think that would be called, maybe, or something. With some rice and yada yada. Anyways, I've been there, done that. I've even went to this one restaurant in Brampton. And I used to tell my students all the time, oh my gosh, you got to hear about this one place called Brampton. It's like, and I always wanted to go there. And I told all my friends from India, and I told all my friends from here, and I told all my friends from there, students. So finally got to go to Brampton. I got a lot of things in Brampton. I got to go to Kennedy Road, Indian spot in Brampton. Okay. I think it might have been even this place, King Tandoori. It's open 24/7. All right. I've been there. Ask them. Ask them if they've seen StacksAMilli. They tell you, yeah, he was here and he bought a lot of food. But Brampton is very scary city when it comes to crime. So that's why I leave Brampton. I do my tour Brampton. I leave Brampton. Look at this. This is Kennedy and Steeles in Brampton. You know why I know Kennedy and Steeles? Because they call me Mr. Kennedy and Steeles. This is the Kennedy Road Tabernacle right beside the Peter Robertson Hospital. It's got a big thing above it. Isn't it? No, that ain't it. That's a different tabernacle. But that is the one I always think about, is that big one next to that Peter Robertson. There's like a big. Oh, I know where this is. I think this is over by Uncle Bob's, isn't it? This is over by Uncle Bob's. Don't get me wrong. I miss Brampton. Oh, this is Steeles Avenue, I'm fairly sure. Maybe not. That might be Kennedy Road, actually. Dave Norris, Getty Images. Yeah, I think that was Kennedy Road. Oh yeah. That's Kennedy Road after you get off of Steeles, where we just were. You go all the way down, past the McDonald's, past King Tandoori. You go under the bridge. Then you hit this part that looks just like Toronto or whatever. It has like this on the right side there, or right side coming this way. It's like an auto shop and all that. So shout out to Brent. Josh Savage. That guy's a real savage. He even called my mom's work a million times and had left voice messages. He is the guy that attacked the Lee Memorial Health System. His name's Josh Savage, 91. He lives in the United States too. He is truly, but he was one of my students or whatever that got out of hand. That got out of hand. He didn't use my lessons. He just turned into this weirdo American killer guy. He is truly one of the best on file ice. If you're on the edge of whether to buy or not, just buy. But me and Josh Savage used to play a lot of Rocket League when it first came out. Yeah, me and Josh Savage used to play a lot of Rocket League. No, I'm telling the FBI about him. It wasn't me he attacked. He attacked his own health system. Out of jealousy, he admits. That's no, you should be doing prison time, Mr. Savage. I don't care how much we loved Rocket League. You attack you attack the real health system. Don't worry. Threaten me again, I'll contact the FDLE to come check you out. Mr. Josh Savage was doing that thing where you call the phone over and over and over and over and over and over again at Lee Memorial Health System. Swatting or whatever. That's what I guess that guy was doing or whatever. He should be in trouble for it. But no one else did anything like that, but that's what I remember. But other than that, he was a pretty good, nice guy or whatever. Vouch for this. All right, smoother than a baby's bottom, San Giovanni said. Ice ski. Vouch, he got 2 lessons from me. I also taught, believe it or not, even the owner of File Ace's brother bought a lesson from me. And I think he is going to use that knowledge when he's older. Ice ski, okay, I'll let you know who he is, kind of. He's a good guy. He worked for File Ace, and he's an owner of a Mustang, and that's all I got to say. And he likes skiing, and he likes snowboarding, and he likes all that, and he likes playing Counter-Strike, and he has a YouTube channel where he vlogs his motorcycles and he was a very successful guy. He never talked crap. He just sort of like, I don't know how he did it, okay? It's kind of how he is. He never opened his mouth much. He just kind of like was always just the kid he always was kind of guy. I don't know. I think his name's iSkiddo on YouTube. Yeah, he's got moto vlogs. Check him out. He's got some pretty cool moto vlogs. This was one of his first ones when he first got his motorcycle. I'm now an owner of a motorcycle, so that's cool. John would be so proud because John remembers when I was just working on the computer And I didn't even have a motorcycle, and I used to watch him and say to myself, like, one day I know I'll buy one too. One day I know I'll buy one too. No, no, it's like one day I know I'll buy one too. And then I bought a Cadillac or whatever, but unfortunately that got stolen or whatever. But I learned a good lesson. Never buy your car secondhand. Always buy it from the dealer. But Skiddo has had no problems with his Mustang and his bike, so I really have to. There's a lot that I could learn from some of these people too. Like ski, whose name is John. I could probably learn a lot about how he's held on to his Mustang. He's held on to it. He's had it for years and years. I think it comes down to, well, I don't even want to mention in this video. It comes down to self-protection, sort of, and it comes down to he's got a big family too that keeps him safe or whatever. But that's irrelevant. Go watch his videos. You got a lot to learn from him. Todd 21, awesome class, 1 hour. He's already started to see the difference in his earnings. I've only done 15 minutes out of the 1 hour. Oh, and then I must have asked him to write a voucher or something. His content is legit. And just got to set it up and waiting for the earnings to come in. Stefan, that's another one of my good friends, man. Stefan, I couldn't ask for better, man. He's done some great things. There's been a little I never took no. Listen, that was over to Hansen that did that stuff, not me. But he said you can't go wrong with Stacks. Grab this chance. There's no doubt you would be surprised at your future earnings. We should put a big X through File Ice right now. Maybe it'll come back in the future. Maybe it won't. When I first started at File Ice, I thought I might have been a moderator, but it's all right. I didn't end up being a moderator there or whatever, but that's all right. Here are some of my earnings in 2013 or whatever. This was actually when I first started. I wish I still had more. I didn't know File Ice was going to go down or whatever, not for any legal reasons, just because the person got exhausted and yada yada. There's lots of other networks. But on this network, as you can see, I was doing all right. I started, I think my first ever earnings on the network were $220. Not yet. This was back in 2012, 2013. And okay, so then I made 220 and then I shot up to 2,300. And then I made 3,000. Then I made 2,700. Then I made 3,700. Then I made 2,700. Then I made 2,600, 2,700, 1,250, 5,000 I made in that would have been February 2013. 4,000 I made March 2013. I'm recording a video. We got April 2013. I made $4,000. May 2013. I made almost three, and then June 2013. I made 4,000. July 2013. I made 5,000. August, I made 5,000, almost 6,000. September, I made 8,000, over 8,000. This was when I was only at 63,000 overall. Like I said, I made almost close to 200,000 United States taxable dollars. And when I say taxable dollars, it means if you're a bad person, I would think again, okay, about any robberies. Because listen, when you make legitimate money like this and you pay the government taxes, you're protected by these guys, okay? And I know you guys do not want to see these guys, especially when you guys, like somebody just said something. But I guarantee or whatever, you attack any of these companies or whatever, you might see these guys for real, for real. And it won't be me seeing these guys. I'm going to hear a hoorah. All right. And it's not even going to be me that's going to call these guys out or whatever. It's going to be one of the other people that you think are me or something. Like, I don't know. Listen, I can't be taken advantage of. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if we're talking about taking advantage, there's no taking advantage of anyone. You can take advantage legally or what have you or whatever to a certain degree. But when we're talking about taking advantage like that or whatever, where you're gonna rob somebody with like that because you're a big person or whatever, like we've heard or whatever, in some kind of gang or whatever, and you think you're gonna destroy real American businesses, think again. I could show way more intimidating pictures, but it's not about. But beside the fact or whatever, I was a number one earner and yada yada. But anyways, that's some vouches.